talk about the Wheatear stitch. This is the Wheatear stitch right here, and this is a somewhat creative way to show it, because rather than the little kind of spokes that make it look like an ear of wheat, rather than those going out to the same distance away each time, I've put them around the edge of a leaf. And we'll come back to that at the end, but let me show you what the standard Wheatear stitch is and how it works. Okay, the Wheatear stitch is based on 3 stitching lines. And so I have, I work towards myself so it will end up looking a little bit like an ear of wheat when we get through. What I have here is a size 5 pearl cotton, and it is in, just threaded in a 22 chenille needle. I have a knot in the end, and we're gonna come up, I put a knot in the end. Okay, and we're gonna come up right here on the top of the left line. Let's make sure that that's in the video. There it is. I'm going to come up at the top there. So the first part of the Wheatear is putting the V in place. And so all we're going to do is straight stitches from the top left to the middle, and then the top right down to the middle. And now we're ready to do the first chain. And so I'm going to come up the distance down of whatever length you want that chain to be. Okay, and then it's almost a little bit like a reverse change. We're going to make a chain, what looks like a chain stitch right here, but instead of tacking it down after, we're going to weave through these 2 little parts of the V. Let me lay that down so it's more visible. There we go. And create that little chain part by weaving through there. Okay, this is a single Wheatear, and you can do single Wheatears. You don't have to go ahead and put them together. Wow. And then we're ready for the next one. So go up about halfway up the chain. And again, we're ready to make a V. So halfway up the chain on that side, down to the middle, the base of the chain, halfway up the chain on the right-hand side. Come, there it goes. Back to the base, down far enough to make our next chain. And now we'll weave up through. Now when we weave, we do not weave these 2 parts right here. We don't weave the base of the chain. We just weave under this leg and under this leg. So let's go under the left or the right leg, under the left leg, and then we'll go back down at the base. Out. Remember, you want the next V to start about halfway up the chain. So on the left-hand side, about halfway up the chain. Down in the middle. On the right-hand side, about halfway up the chain. Down in the middle. We'll go down in, and we're going to come back out the same distance down as the next chain, about that far. You could make larger ones or smaller ones. And we weave. Remember, when we weave, we only weave through the V. So we're weaving through this part and this part, but not this part in the middle. I always weave with the back side of my needle so that I don't catch any threads that I don't intend to catch. The point of a needle can sometimes pierce through a thread and you don't realize it until it's too late. Okay, that, my friends, is how we do the Wheatear stitch. So if you wanted to go back and do it on a shape that is not straight up and down on the sides, we'll go back to looking at our pair here. I'm going to turn it this way so that you can kind of see it similar to how we were looking at it before. It's the same stitch, but instead of going down a straight line on this side and a straight line on this side, I went along the edge of my leaf. So it was the same thing. I put in a V, and there's the chain on it. There's the next V and the chain on it, the next V. And each time I just made sure that I stitched, my outside line was just going to be as far away as the edge of that leaf was. And that is how you do the Wheatear stitch.